What's going on, everybody? Brendan here, Dad Planet. I got tired of sitting around the house, so I'm going to the bins late at night. This is actually the first time I've ever been here at this time of night. It is 7 o'clock, dark. I've never seen it at this hour, so I'm taking you with me. Let's go shopping. I asked one of the managers in this location if they would be rolling carts out clear until close. They close at 9 o'clock, and she insisted, oh yeah, we're on top of it. We're always bringing stuff out until the absolute last second. Well, I got there and I asked somebody that same question, and they were like, yeah, we're not bringing anything else out for the rest of the night. Well, okay, there goes my competitive advantage there. So now I'm really struggling because a lot of this stuff is going to be picked over, even though there really wasn't that many people there. So I'm going to go to the shoes first and hope I can find something. And look, we got a pair of wrestling shoes, A6 Matte Flex 6. I'll probably price these conservative around $20 to $22. I actually found a Dansko, and you're forever looking for that second shoe when you're at the bins. So hopefully this turns up in a second, but I thought I would hold on to that just in the event I found the other one. And man, a lot of these shoes were just totally destroyed. I mean, you're going to see a pair here, and look at those. I mean, just absolutely shattered. But there's the other one. So it's a floral pattern. I don't see any comps for that exact style, but I'll probably price that $20, $22. This one here has like a pixel kind of gaming, like matrix pattern to it. Same style, Dansko work wonders. I'll put $22 on those and, just hope for the best. So, I mean, really just coming in there and finding those 3 pairs already is actually pretty good. So if they're not gonna roll anything new out, we're just gonna roll with the punches and see if we can find anything else. Would you guys have picked up these Converse? These looked kind of cool. They were authentic, and I didn't look for the other pair, but I did put them back. Converse are always kind of heavy, and I'm always trying to be budget conscious when I'm buying by the pound, but they looked kind of cool. Might have been able to get $15, $20 for those, but alas, I left them behind. This is a no-brainer for me. This is Ralph Lauren Golf. I think it's a women's visor, but I cannot imagine a scenario where I can't get $20 for that. In the navy blue color, I really like that as a BOLO, especially paying by the pound. That thing is very, very light. And so yeah, that one's coming home with me as well. You'll see a blank blue hat. That's got no value. The Jeep hat, I might have been able to get maybe $10 for that, but I left that behind. Didn't really see anything else, but I can tell you I did not have a vintage Pizzelle maker on my bingo card for 2022 at this trip to the bins. But here we are. So depending on how well I can get this cleaned, it's a vintage Palmer Model 1000 Pizzelle maker, and the prices are going to range. So on the high end, we're looking at $100. On the low end, probably $50. And I don't know if I have the patience to give this thing a deep scrub and deep clean. So I may be very aggressive with my pricing like the rest of this stuff and just put $50 on it. But I plugged it in at the store and it totally worked, which was amazing. Cross stitch, I'm always looking for cross stitch. I gotta be honest, I didn't look those up. Could be worth $1 million, but I left it behind. And again, if you see anything, I always love being educated by my audience and the people watching. So if I have missed something, please point it out. That helps everybody else out. It certainly helps me, and I really appreciate it. But I'm trying to chew gum and walk at the same time, and that's real difficult for this old man. But anyway, this Medtronic thing has a prescription label on it. I don't know if you saw that, but I don't know, you can't sell stuff that has that prescription label on eBay, but the sold comps, and there are sold comps, are in like the $30 range for this plug. It's like missing the actual plug part, but I have a piece at home that I can find, but that's just a power cord. So can I sell it? Can I not sell it? I'm gonna be hesitant, and I'll always err on the side of caution because I don't want any unnecessary heat on my account, so I may or may not list that, but $15 at a minimum, all the way up to $40 I've seen for sold comps. So we'll see what happens with that. It's a pair of silver capris. Now there's some wear on that tag, and silver Suki capris, there are like 2,000 listed and 440 or 450 sold, so the sold list to sell ratio not bad. But these are Nat Suki. I'm going to show you the tag here in a second. Suki, Nat Suki. The list to sell on these is 10 to 1. So even though there are sold comps, with the damage to the tag, I'm leaving them behind, even though I did throw them in my cart, just because the comparables and that the list to sell ratio was really poor for them. So didn't end up picking those up, and that's basically it. There was one shirt you did not see that I've actually already sold, a Piggly Wiggly shirt. Sold that for $15, but I spent under $20 at this trip, and my listed value in a very conservative light is $166. That could go up again depending on how clean I can get some of those items, but I'm pretty happy with that haul just based on the conditions with which I had to source. So I ended up going to the retail store. There was absolutely nothing in that monstrous store, and that is it for the night trip. The following day, I went to a really nice, really clean, sort of a newer location, Volunteers of America. They moved down the street. I don't usually have a ton of success in this store, but I found some really nice items, like 4 or 5 items that should all sell for a really high dollar amount. So I'm going to take you home and I'm going to show you all of those now. All right, the first one is kind of big and bulky. So it's a receiver. You can see this right here. The model number is RXV477. Now, I paid $50 for this. Normally, I try not to pay up in a situation like that, but 50 of these actual units, with or without the remotes, have sold in the last 12 months on eBay. So I'm gonna take a chance on it. And with my listing price at $120, I'll double my money. So spend 50 to make 50. Not the massive returns that you're used to seeing in my What Sold videos, but this is basically a guaranteed sale and I'm gonna make my customer pay for shipping on it. So if you see this exact model, and of course test it, make sure that it works, it's okay to pay up for it because I just know it's a matter of time really before this sells and I'll get 50 bucks for it. So I'm happy with that one. Let me show you the next one. If you are into Harry Potter, you'll recognize this instantly. So this is the Monster Book of Monsters and it's called, I think the Bump and Go is the name of this toy. I'm gonna show you the teeth here. It's got wheels and so when you flip it on, it starts to rotate. I'll turn it on for you. Starts to bark. Pretty neat toy. You can see I paid $1.99 for that. The most recent comparable sale was $40 for a pre-owned unit. So I think that's where I'm gonna land, $35 to $40 for this, but this is definitely an item you wanna be on the lookout for, this Monster Book of Monsters toy. It's a great seller, it sells really quickly, so be on the lookout for it. All right, now I remember when you could go into Walmart and there were like thousands of these and they would just sit on the shelves. Well, there seems to be a resurgence in them, both pre-owned and new. So this is Guitar Hero Live. This was brand new in the box. I'm the one that broke the seal on that. The box has a little bit of damage, which is okay, but the cardboard on the interior is okay and everything else still perfectly sealed. So it's got the dongle in it, the video game, the guitar, everything is like still wrapped and sealed, even has the original batteries still in it. The recent comparable sales are like $55, and that does not include shipping. Shipping cost is extra. I'm seeing a lot of them sell in the $50 to $55 range, and then shipping would be extra. So I'm gonna ask $55 for this one too. This only cost me $6.99. So I thought that was a pretty good pickup as well. Look for the guitar. There's a big difference between the Guitar Hero Live guitars and then like the regular Guitar Hero game guitars. The prices seem to be a little bit lower for the Guitar Hero Live guitars, which is what I have here. But this is brand new in the box, and $7 to get 55 is pretty much a no-brainer when you're running numbers. So if you see it brand new in the box, absolutely check it out. But if you see the Guitar Hero Live guitars, make sure you do your research in store because the used ones, they don't command as much of a high dollar amount as the other style Guitar Hero guitars. It's really just a matter of what you're paying for them in the store. So be on the lookout for these as well. Next was this isn't brand new in the box. This box has a little bit of damage, not damage too, but like, I guess it's like a little bit warped too. Anyway, portable receiver from Realistic. The model number is, I don't know if you guys can see that, DX-440. I was surprised at this being a BOLO, so looked it up, and these kinds of radios, I always just, again, make it a habit of looking them up, but this one here, there's a lot of them that have sold for $100, so this comes with the original box and the instructions. It does not have an AC adapter, and I'm not going to include batteries with it, but I put batteries in it. It took like 6D batteries and then 2 AA batteries, and it worked perfect. So I already have it listed. I'm gonna try to get $100 for it. The recent comps say I can probably get $100 for it, and I only paid $8.99. So that was another pickup, and I have one more left for you. All right, last one. I know this is like a holiday themed item, so it's sort of a 3-tiered nativity water globe, and it took a little bit of work on Google Lens to find the brand. It's a Kirkland brand, but this will sell, and this also only cost me $8.99. So it is really heavy, well made. There's a button in the back. You flip it on, the lights come on. I don't know if you can see the lights coming on in the video there, but I think this thing is supposed to rotate as well. And everything looks good, no chips or anything like that, and it's in fantastic working condition. So the comps, maybe around $50, $60 right now. if I wait, and I could list it a little bit higher and wait a little bit longer, because I think I did see a sale on this exact model for maybe 90, but I think that one was brand new. I don't quite remember, but comps will be on the screen for you. But I'm okay sourcing Christmas items right now in March, because these ones are probably a little bit more hard to come by. I mean, it's a 3-tiered one that, like, you know, has a bunch of functionality. So I'm gonna take a risk at it, and to me it's a small risk, because again, I know it's just a matter of time for this particular style, even though it's Kirkland brand, to sell. It seems like Kirkland brand snow globes sell really well. So a couple additional ones for you. I hope you enjoyed those. You guys remember that big desk that was stolen from me from Goodwill? Guess what you're looking at? You're looking at the back of that exact desk. That's right, this thing is in my garage and it is in my possession. And if you want to know how I got it back, I'll talk about it in a future video here. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that bell notification so that you are notified when that video comes up. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this pretty soon. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.